Cause she's drop dead gorgeous. I think she knows it. I think she knows it.
All right, so we made the change from Podium Crew to Better Not, specifically to have a brand that we had conviction in and could address and talk to an audience that we wanted to be a part of and share in that journey, right? And I mean, going into that decision, I mean, that's something that has like a 2-hour answer of brainstorming, but like a full life to get there. But I mean, we were really thinking about who we wanted to talk to and what tones we were getting at when we were thinking of Podium Crew. I felt limited by it. And I mean, it really just came down to people like us at the end of the day, right? People who don't take life too serious, like to have fun, are ambitious in nature, and kind of don't really want to deal with the homework and the rule book that life really assigns to them. So that's really where the initial foundation came from, and the name Color Outside the Lines, right? Our trademark is really about that. So at its core, Better Not is about betting on yourself. And I mean, life, society, your inner critic, everyone really tries to tell you which careers or ambitions or hobbies are worthwhile and are fruitful, and really shun everything else that they don't feel like is something that could put you on the path to long-term success. And Better Not is really wearing the receipts on your head, mocking that internal critic, and deciding to chase those passion projects that you've probably been putting off or felt worthwhile. So, I mean, the core audience is creatives, comedy acts, entrepreneurs, pretty much anyone who's in a career that at one point someone said, that's a terrible idea, that's never going to go anywhere. But, I mean, that's the brand. I mean, how did we really get to the name Better Not and come up with the vernacular and the copy and all of those details? And I mean, that was on that storm-filled night that we were kind of racking our brain or whatnot. And I mean, in terms of the language or whatnot, there was a couple different routes. I mean, we went the easy expected route of just playing wordplay and trying to use name generators and find cool things that we could come up with. I mean, I always like to go to the fiction to find sense in the nonfiction. So I was reading all these different books and everything that have meant something to me at one point in my life. And we had tones of like Hunter S. Thompson and Hemingway and Bukowski, just those guys who kind of just mock life itself at the end of the day. And then we kind of just thought, we're like, hey, like, let's go to the past to make sense of the future, right? If we're going to make something that's true and authentic to us, what are some things that we've always felt love for? What are some things that we both agree on? And what are some things that we've always shared in our life? And that's really where kind of just music and this understudy of creative interests and that playful energy came to be. And I mean, Better Not is kind of a play off our Have Fun, Be Safe name that we have, which is a whole different story in itself. But kind of like the world always tells you not to do things and you want to do it despite them to prove them wrong. And Better Not came out playfully there. And then, I mean, the bear, I mean, how that came to be, that one was a little godsend. I mean, when I pitched the name, the two somehow just came together. I said, hey, I'm seeing the name Better Not and I'm seeing a bear. I don't know how it happened. It probably took 27 years of life to get to that thought at that point in time. But they were immediately aligned from the jump of this company. And we never looked back from there. I mean, Podium Crew went through so many revisions. It was Formula Playboys and Podium Club and Podium Cults and Podium Crew and all these different versions. The moment Better Not kind of came into this world and the bear came this like mascot that we just wouldn't stop talking about. Better not bear this, better not bear that. It was really clear and it felt really gripping, and we finally had a story that we wanted to tell, which was the whole point of starting this company in the first place. So from there, I mean, now that all of the eggs were in a basket in terms of the creative vision and we had some that we could really start to pour into a little bit, I mean, that's where the documentation and the manufacturing and producing and incorporating and all of that stuff came into play, which, I mean, hand to God, that shit was not fun or easy. And that is really what took us from December to April to actually get the store live and the company going.
Cause she's drop dead gorgeous. That